Hello there, Loud here. I want to try something a tad different. A talk about art improvement. I find this topic to be a bit of a balancing act, so I'm not going to give any special tips or anything like that. Frankly, I hardly feel like I'm qualified to do so. That comic tutorial was something I did for an assignment in one of my classes, and I'm thinking about unlisting it. Anyways, while I talk, I'm going to show a speed paint of me redrawing a piece from 2021. With all that said, let's get into it. The majority of art improvement from what I've seen in just my own work is just a change in technique. Don't get me wrong, my art has definitely improved over the years compared to when I first started out. But there have been times recently where I've just felt stagnant and decided to try a new tactic. In fact, I sometimes use this lighting and shading technique I saw on TikTok before it quote-unquote vanished. I deleted it the day of the quote-unquote ban. I won't get into my thoughts on that whole thing, but because this isn't the video for that. Anyways, the technique is pretty good and I do modify it occasionally. Changing methods is a pretty common tactic from what I've seen. Actually, when it came to how I draw eyes, I casually mentioned to my sibling that I was thinking of changing how I draw them, and they practically went, "Fucking finally!" Because they apparently didn't like how I used to draw eyes, and next thing you know, they're showing me different ways to do eyes. I really like how I'm doing them now, but my problem is matching them, especially when I do rough sheets for characters, since I do a zoom in on the eyes, as for colors. Then again, that sort of thing is a common artist problem, so I'm not really special in that case. I mentioned before that I struggle with following tutorials, mainly due to a tendency to fall asleep within the first few minutes. And this has been a thing for me way before the seemingly rapid decline in attention span. Basically, I can't sit through a long lecture in an inactive state. I tend to not draw while watching tutorials because I don't want to be distracted, but as a result, I end up dozing off. And it doesn't help that the majority of tutorials I come across are so boring and monotone, not to mention quiet. This also sometimes happens with classes, to the point I've unintentionally mastered the art of sleeping while sitting upright. Thankfully, I am usually somewhat aware. I think I can jolt awake as easily as I can fall asleep, basically. Improving art is such a roller coaster, to say the least. Personally, when I decide to dedicate some time to improving, I do some justice sketches and some studies from artists I like. I occasionally ask my family for help, and I get tactics from my dad and my siblings. Redraws are really awesome in my opinion. Seeing the before and after of an art piece from any artist is really inspiring. I especially like seeing how the artist's process has changed over time. It's really inspiring seeing how much your favorite creators grow. I wish more people did redraws. On that note, here's the piece drawn for today, and along with the older version. I know this is a general feeling of dread, but I want y'all to let me know which one you actually like more. I gotta see what I can reuse from the past. In the meantime, stay loud and stay proud. Bye! The majority of art improvement would help if my voice didn't fuck up on me. Oh my god. And oh god, okay. Got this going on, and the amount of effort that went into reading this goddamn script with a stutter and just general not having time. What's really getting to me is that I have an 11-page script for another video I'm working on. Almighty, that's gonna be a beast.